we go all the way back to when he dropped 18 kills in a grand final on Retaliation against Optic Gaming, when I think that really cemented him as a guy that can get it done when the pressure is on. It's certainly much bigger now, but I think he's up for it, man. I expect a big series out of him, but we mentioned the leaderboard earlier. Just look at that. Like, look how far in front Formal is right now. And I believe this includes group play, which, you know,
sure,
maybe fluffs the numbers a little bit, but still, it's time, baby. Game 1, Optic Gaming, Faze Clan. Here we go.
And it'll be breakout hardpoint in game number 1. We've heard Optic Gaming talk about their struggles on this map. Sometimes they just don't end up playing it the right way. It's a big test here against Faze.
On with Krim now. First to enter for points, but picked off pretty much immediately. It's Gunless with a 2-piece. And we'll see who can get control early on in this one. But right now, just trying to vie for a contest, vie for control. But the big thing is, take a look at the minimap. The right side right now controlled by Faze Clan. The pressure on Optic Gaming to start to push through, get controls of the next spawn per cell block, where they'll be able to rack up a lot of time. They have a window here. The only person over there is the number 5 on the minimap. That's Gunless. He's backing up into cell block.
Yeah, but you see, as soon as he realizes his teammates spawn cross map, he backs all the way up.
Doesn't matter.
Scump able to take him out, though. It should be Optic to control cell block at the start of this game.
Well, they're set up inside. Let's see if they can hold. Look at this. Krim spawns out. So depending on the timing he gets, he might be able to make a play, but I think Zuma's probably got him lined up mid-window as I'm taking a look at it. But there's 2 players left here from Optic Gaming, dealing with a 4-man push. Here comes the hit from Faze. Will Optic be able to hold on? Kills back into 4th, loses him for a second, but Zuma still going to be standing. It's him and Gunless now. Trying to fight against multiple players. Scump, though, making the play. Crim6 on the back end, playing his life. Needs a little bit of help, but ultimately falls smashed.
Yeah, Faze controls the spawns here. It does not matter, though. Scump with a big 2-piece. Players sliding in for Faze Clan. Trying to get in, contest here in cell block. 2 kills go over to Faze. He'll have the last 17 seconds or so here.
That's fine.
It is. I mean, if you're Faze, you take the rest of the time, you try and get over to Graveyard, and Krim just mowing him down, though. Takes out 2. Formal with another. Optic will get a lot of this time they gave up back at the beginning of this hardpoint.
Yep, that's the big thing. You know, if you're going to give up those final 15 to 20 seconds, it's all about that rotation over to Graveyard. Krim, Formal, ready and waiting. They take out everybody. Now can they deal with the next wave? Here it comes. Krim takes the first, challenges the second. 2 for Crim6. Winningest player all time. So many trophies to this man's name. Can he tack on another one?
Optic with a great hold here. Enable, though, opens things up with 2. Krim with 1. Trying to locate another. Krim is on fire. 6 in a row for Crim6. 9-3 start.
Well, let's see if he can get these streaks. We know how crucial they are. In hardpoint, he's 125 off the Trinity Rocket right now. But this has been a flawless hold at Graveyard. Now 75 off. 1 kill will be the difference. You don't want him, I think, to be the lead man as you're going to push out the back here and try to take control of those helipad spawns for Commissary.
But I will say on Breakout, you can make up a ton of time. You go over to Commissary, if you're Faze, you get a good hold. Here, you go back to the center hardpoint, you're down, let's say 20 or so seconds, you play for cell block, you make that time up there, and you're right back in this game. So I would not count Faze Clan out. It's very early at the beginning of this map number 1.
25 off now, trying to get him so close to these crucial streaks. Going to swap out the ERAT as he was low on ammo, and here comes the pinch, trying to break into Commissary. They come soaring in. Is the kill there? There's the assist. Trinity Rocket picked up, and crucially, Optic Gaming now in control of the Commissary hardpoint, but Enable comes in with a 3-piece. Where does that come from?
Those are huge kills, because as Krim is going on this long streak, so is Scump. Scump's on a 5 streak. And Enable comes into the hard point, takes out Krim and Scump. Enable with 1 more. Starting to heat up. He was on a 4 streak. Now Zuma inside of the hill here for Faze, trying to lock down the last 10 or so seconds. It is Optic in control halfway through map number 1. And Clint, the player I want to highlight on the side of Faze for the second half of the game is going to be Attach. You go back to AW champs, Attach was fantastic there later in the event. You need that Attach here.
Well, him and Zuma, I think it was kind of the duo of those players. And right now, I mean, they're both struggling, right? Not really involved. I mean, do you feel fortunate to be Faze and only trailing by 60 maybe when you have 3 of your players double negative?
Oh, without a doubt. But I think, you know, it's a telling sign for Faze. You need Attach, Zuma, and Gunless to be very aggressive. Just keep pushing out for Enable, letting Enable just sit in the back, pick players off. Enable right now at 12-9. Not a bad start considering how far they're down. You need Attach, Zuma, and Gunless to start picking up some kills though.
Well, they're starting to chip away at this lead at the central hard point as we're now into the second set of rotations, but kills from Formal and Krim will clear it out for now. Now it's a three-man hit across wall run to get set up for cell block. There's only two players here from Optic Gaming. The trade should go in the favor of Faze Clan, but I'm trying to, what's going on? Can we hop over to Attach real quick? Attach just run. Okay, I was about to say, it looked like he ran directly between two Optic Gaming players, but they will stiff him out. Now it's a 4-on-2 hit coming in. Can Gunless go massive? Not able to connect on any shots. They're all whipped. Another break at cell block for Optic Gaming.
And if you rotate early over to cell block, you need to hold the beginning of the hill. Now Optic Gaming in control of this hard point. A ton of time left. Skunk with another kill. Every time he picks up a kill, the crowd here erupts as Scump and Krim have played tremendous thus far. It'll be Krim taking out Attach with a Scarab, just trying to hold on to this hill. It doesn't look like Faze is really putting a ton of pressure on here, Clint. It looks like they may end up just giving up the last 20 so seconds here, which they'll find themselves down by more than 100.
Well, think about last time. Last time they broke with 15 to 20 seconds. Optic spawns out, they get set up towards Graveyard first. Remember, Krim and Formal clear everybody out. That turns into a lot of time. So maybe this turn, like, hey, let's just give up those 20 seconds, try to get this perfect hold in Graveyard. The problem is, look at the bottom right of your screen. Crim6 has this Trinity Rocket to work with. When they get in position, he may opt to use it. Yep, there you go.
But they are sitting over by the cave side, so you see all the arrows on the minimap. They get inside of cave. You're trying to force these players into the crosshair of Karma. And now you've wasted the Trinity, and you don't have control of Graveyard, at least at the start.
Yeah, I think you're sort of relying on, Karma, maybe they'll make a play. Formal with the NV4 to see into cave. Gets him one shot, but can't finish it, though. Scump and Karma combined 4-2. And just like that, you're back in control. So yet again, an early rotation from Faze Clan dismantled, and the lead now up 205 to 79. This has been a lopsided affair, but if we learned anything in our last series, a blowout in game one doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot.
Without a doubt. And Faze Clan played that quite well, right? They went to the cave side, they baited out the Trinity, they fall back. It's just every time they rotate early, those first wave of kills always goes in favor of Optic Gaming.
Well, think about the hard points Optic had against Splice. I mean, they could have lost both those games. They were out-rotated, but they're just so strong. They would just bully their way on through. Just with raw talent and gun skill, they'd find their way in.
Which I didn't think they'd be able to do against a team like Faze.
Well, they
thought they would have had to play it a little bit differently, but they are. Formal comes in, destroying Faze Clan here, as this is a statement game from Optic. I mean, they are trying to 100-point club Faze Clan here. Map number 1, they're only 10 seconds away from doing it.
This has not been close, and that is game. 3, 2, 1. Optic takes game 1. Scump and the boys completely dismantle Faze in game 1. It was not close really from the get-go. It started out 46-47 to 0. First point doesn't even come till cell block for Faze. But again, we just watched that last series. Feels like anything can happen when you have the top 4 teams in the world, top 6 teams in the world competing right now for that $1.5 million prize purse. But yes, I agree with you. That was a statement game, and
that was
I think it was a clear statement.
That was tough to watch. You're a Faze Clan fan, that was extremely tough to watch. They got blown out from start to finish. That game 1 was not close. If you were worried about Optic Gaming, getting to Sunday here at COD Champs, that game 1 made you rest a little bit easier, but just like our last series, we saw a blowout in favor of E United in game 1. Envy storms back with some heroics. Maybe we see the same from Faze.
The first respawn goes to Optic, and it's scary when you look at the game 3. It's going to be Precinct, right? And that is one of the best maps and modes for Optic Gaming, period. So that's one I feel like chalk it up towards. I mean, are they going to win? We'll have to wait and see, but it's one of their stronger game modes. So if you're Faze, I think without question, this is a absolute 100% must win this game 2. If you don't win this game 2, you're not winning the series.
I agree. Speaking to Enable in the back, he felt that they actually were going to kind of run through him in the respawns. He said to me, he's like, I think we take the respawns. He's like, if we win game 2, It's like, I think we're good. I think we have a great chance to win the uplink or that game number 4. This game 2 is all or nothing here for Faze Clan.
I know we mentioned it a lot throughout the weekend, but I mean, when it comes to this Optic Gaming team, you know, the weakness last year was search and destroy and how it hurt them, and now they've been so much better. Can it continue throughout the entire weekend? Can they take this game 2? Can they take the big 2-0 advantage here and just run through Faze? I think you go up 2-0, you're looking at a hot 3-0 right now.
You very well may be right. So I think, you know, with Optic Gaming, I think the one thing you worried about them coming into the weekend is 5-day event. Do they peak early, right? And then think of, hey, we're playing great. We just kind of coast through some games and, you know, maybe get upset. I think they got a real wake-up call earlier against Splice. And I actually think it's almost a blessing that that game was that close. Because I think if they just roll through Splice, maybe they think, oh, we're good going forward. You see Karma. You see the KD, not super impressive. The S&D First Bloods he was fantastic in search and destroy all throughout stage 2.
He said it himself, the guy plays to win. He'll go quadruple negative if it's helping his team win the game. It does not matter. He does not care about the KD. He's doing whatever it takes to see the victory. There's a reason he's got 2 rings at home. And that's another story, you know, Envy waiting in the winner's bracket final. Cap's got 2 rings. Karma trying to get there. He's got 2 rings. Will one of these guys be the first to 3? Here we are. Search and destroy. Throwback. Optic Gaming leading the series 1-0.
So it'll be Karma jumping on bomb. Oh, this is interesting, Clint. So they smoke that backside. They're going to plant for the side that Faze is on here. Krim is able to draw first blood. It'll be Zuma taking him out right away. But you see that with that smoke, they plant the bomb on the opposite side. They push all the way through.
Here we go. 3 versus 3. Karma able to get the better of Enable. Under 30 seconds already on the clock. I think he just spotted one inside a window, engages another, gets the melee and wins it. 2 1v1 wins for Karma. Attach, last one alive. We'll see you later. Optic on their feet, making plays. Karma, man, he has been so good. What do you get, 3 in there?
I feel like this team is always, you know, we know the guys pretty well, and you kind of see them at champs, and you talk to them, how you guys feeling? Are you guys confident? And you always get a yes or whatnot. But I feel like this weekend it's been something different about them. Like there just seems to be like a different mood or vibe around this team. They are so confident coming into this event.
But it's not like maybe in the past overconfidence, right?
Yes.
It's like
it's a different.
The right mix of like confidence and desire. And it has been very, very impressive. But here we are into round 2. Take a look at the positioning. Scump continued to shoulder peek. Now, will he be ready? That's attach, that number 7. Oh, okay, so they're basically going to cross paths, I think, without seeing each other. But now in behind is attach. Shots a little bit all over the place. Doesn't get both, but he is able to get 1 kill. So first blood to attach.
You'll take that. You draw first blood of your Faze clan. Give yourself a great opportunity to win this round. They are now just kind of trying to work through the middle of the map. And you'll see Formal take out Zuma, but look at the position Gunless has gotten into. So I don't think they have any idea where Gunless is. This Formal, he's going to get tagged up, finally taken out. Gunless has gotten all behind enemy lines, but he's not going to find anything.
Yeah, well, I'd say the enemy line is no longer where it used to be. They've pushed across as well. Karma, very tagged up, just trying to get away with his life, able to do so. A gunfight mid-map goes to Scump. They're trying to clutch the 2 versus 3. They've now turned it into a 2 versus 2. Scump just got vision. Gets a call from Karma. They're running right into him. He's so one-shot. They both challenge you to finish one more. Scump just got vision. Gets a call from Karma. They're running right into him. He's so one-shot. They both challenge you to finish one more. Gunless. Karma in a 1 versus 1. They'll meet mid-map, and Barlow's got the better of him.
So I believe whoever died to Gunless first, then you get that little kill cam, you're able to see where that guy's going after, because Karma is actually going back towards that backside of the building. Then something, he just turned around, knew Gunless was coming out that front side, was able to take him out. It's a good 1v1 clutch there.
Optic Gaming remain in control of the series and this second match. Can enable Gunless, attach, Zuma, the side of Faze clan gets something going. Now take a look at the bottom right of your screen. Karma 25 off that streak. You get points for planting that bomb, so they're going to try and get a safe plant for him if possible. Make sure he can make a play and get those streaks. Scump's got to get away with his life, just barely. Unable maybe misses a couple shots there. Couldn't finish him. Karma getting so much information as he pushes that Scarab really the entire way across mid-map.
Yeah, thinks maybe there he gets a tag on Azuma, and then you trade that out as this Trinity rocket would be so big. As the smoke comes down, maybe trying to bait this player out to get on the bomb here, because you see from Zuma's POV, just blocked off of everything. Knows there's nobody on bomb now. When you go up that close to the bomb site, obviously nobody jumps up to challenge you. Nobody there is. Optic is deciding on something else. Gone all the way across the map here.
I love this. Just trying to maybe catch the flanker, but we talked about it early in the round. Karma gets the plant. Karma now has the Trinity rocket. Formal will get picked though. They're ready for it. Dice win another one-on-one gunfight that goes to Karma. He's been an absolute assassin throughout this 3v2 advantage now for Optic Gaming. Karma yet to die.
They'll be gunless here with Azuma. Trying to retake the site, 20 seconds left. Azuma finds one in mid, cannot pick up the kill. Karma yet again.
He's not going to lose this. See you later. 8-0. It's like, man, he'll get knocked sometimes for not showing up in games, and you're just talking about the statistics. Right now, he has completely and utterly taken over game 2.
This is how he played, though, in stage 2 in Search and Destroy. He was fantastic in the mode. 8-0, active camo ready, Trinity rockets ready, bombardment to work with as well. This one is Optic Gaming's to lose, Clint. I mean, you have all the utility in the world. You're up 3 rounds. This would be a huge collapse.
Karma looks like he's just pinging for now, seeing what information he can get. Several Optic Gaming members into top green. Karma, again, the camo to work with. He's got spot one mid-map, still has not dropped. Can anyone give him help, or is he finally going to die? He has a smoke to get away with his life. So clever.
This is that champs, man. You want to bring out these strats maybe you haven't shown the entire year. Karma with the smokes. It's made a difference when he's trying to go for the plants there in the 1v1. It is just Enable alive as he will fall 4-0 in favor of Optic Gaming.
This isn't close.
Nope.
Everyone's all excited. Optic Faze. What a matchup.
We need Jack back on the stage.
Yeah, Jack, can you hype this up again?
Start dancing or something. I don't know.
My God, Optic just steamrolling Faze right now. I mean, the only thing I'm curious about now in game 2 is whether or not Karma's going to die.
And I think, like, if in a magical world where you had timeouts in competitive Call of Duty, Faze would have probably liked one about now. Just because once the game starts getting out of control, like, it just starts going so fast. Like, you lose map 1, you jump right into map 2, you're already down 4-0. Like, you find yourself down 2 maps, you don't even realize.
There's a team kill here for Optic, but Karma trying to put the tides back in their favor with the streak. 3 versus 3. We're only sticking with Karma as the man is 10-0. I can't even think of the last time I saw that.
The bomb will go down. Formal will pick up 1. You have the bombardment, but you don't have the ping to it, so you won't be able to see exactly where everybody is. Catch. Yep, he's dead. 5-0.
Yeah.
In favor of Optic Gaming.
It's a perfect scoreline for Optic. It's a perfect stat line for Karma. Can you even think back of any... I just don't remember seeing 10-0 recently. Anyone do that in Search and Destroy? It's ridiculous. Like Clay had that wild finish. What, at stage 1? Remember his Crusher? I think he went 9-0. But God, this is something truly special.
I believe we casted a game yesterday that had that.
Okay, well.
But that's okay. Your memory's pretty bad. But so it'll be Crim drawing first blood. Yep, jump into the window, die at the hands of Scump. Yeah, this one.
This is over. This is over. 3 versus 1. Enable last alive. Enable gone. Show me the squad. mean, the difference, Matt, with our last series is, you know, after Envy was blown out, they respond, right? They kind of swing a little momentum in their favor in the search and destroy. Faze just bury themselves even further, or Optic bury them, I would say. And this just hasn't been close. I don't know exactly what to break down. I mean, Karma won so many one-on-ones. I mean, I know the rest of the team play great as well, but 10-0, are you kidding me?
As an analyst, supposed to break the game down, there ain't nothing to break down there.
Well,
they got ran through.
Uplink
6 rounds. Let's take a break. Let's come back to Uplink. That's what Optic's thinking.
Exactly. At least Faze, you now get a break. Use this commercial. Figure things out. We'll see you right after.
My name is Dylan Price, also known as Attach, and I'm a professional player for Faze Clan. So I started playing Call of Duty when I was about 10 years of age. I would go to baseball tournaments. I would literally just stand in the field, just thinking about playing Call of Duty all day when I got home. What helped me get started was going to the local LAN tournaments in my area. Black Ops 2, that's when I first competed at a major LAN tournament, and that helped me just meet people. When I saw that, saw all the people there, saw the hype, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Attach versus Tommy, another 1v1. Tommy spotted in the back, and Attach beats him!
The moment I realized I was good enough was probably when I was on Elevate at UMG Philadelphia in Call of Duty Ghost, and we placed top 8. When you're an amateur, you're honestly not going to know how to play the game very well. But when you start becoming a pro, you kind of learn off other players. The people you play against kind of show you how to play.
You look at Attach, the young gun, his first world championship, and he's playing like he's a veteran.
Call of Duty Champs is like the biggest event ever, and I won it. It was my first tournament I ever won, actually.
Attach is on it!
Facento, he's gonna fall!
And Attach is gonna get the defuse!
So winning champs at such a young age, it honestly didn't even like really hit me till after like a few weeks I actually won.
What an incredible run for the Wolfpack.
You're already gonna put a ring at 18, huh? You know.
A bunch of my like close friends knew I was a gamer, and then especially after I won that big tournament and I was missing a lot of days of school going to tournaments, they kind of like understood what I did. A lot of people, they'll just be like, I love you, Attach, Faze up. In Black Ops 3, we had a pretty disappointing season. After you're the most earningest player out of that year in competition, I kind of let up on the gas, I could say. Maybe my teammates did the same as well because we thought we were the best. Didn't put the work in, but now that we know we cannot do that ever, never again in my career I will do that.
And now you see Attach showing off why he is considered one of the best young gamers in Call of Duty esports.
The biggest motivation to get back on top is just being known as the best team at the moment, the best team, the best chemistry, the best teamwork.
He checks it, he gets it. Oh my God! He does it! Attach with the 1 versus 4!
Honestly, I cannot imagine not playing Call of Duty right now because it's always been part of my life, like playing Call of Duty every day, playing competitively every day now, getting on to practice. It's definitely a blessing to be able to do what I do. Being able to travel the world, to meet new people and just see and experience new things while being able to make a career and then have like followers who I interact with all the time and who interact with me is just awesome. I love being able to do what I do.
Faze is going to need Attach in an absolutely huge way. I'll tell you the one good thing is every one of those profile pieces we've done today, the player has then gone off in the uplink. I remember Bance, we did it, he starts out like 15-5. He was absolutely destroying after the video. You mentioned early in game 1, they need Attach to be on form. I mean, it's not just him. No one's really been able to hang with Optic right now, but how do they turn it around? What can they even do?
I mean, you can't pin it on one guy.
No.
You get 82 points in hardpoint, you don't get around in S&D. That is a team failure. That is not an individual player failure.
You know what this reminds me of? The final from ESWC. When it was Optic Faze, it was like a 30-minute series. Yeah. Jack and I cast it, and I was like, what in the hell did I just cast? They 3-0'd Faze so quickly, people didn't get to tune in time.
I mean, sometimes you just run into a buzzsaw. So we get a look at the stage. You can see there is another team getting very close to joining Optic Gaming on Sunday. Luminosity up 2-0 on E United. That would be another team I would not want to go up against. When you have teams like Optic and LG that can do this, you do not want to see them there on Championship Sunday.
I mean, when you think about it, you can talk as much as you want about all the different teams. 32 come in. I think if you were a betting man, pretty much exactly who you expected to still be here is, but it's game 3. Optic looking for the clean sweep, or can Faze fight back and maybe start the reverse sweep? It's all going to go down here on Precinct.
If you're Faze, you need points early. You need to start to build some confidence in yourself, some kind of momentum.
Exactly.
Put Optic on the back foot. You have not given Optic any reason to worry in this series thus far.
Krim 4-0. Someone's off to a hot start. Unfortunately, it's not Faze, and he tries to snap, but Attach will get the better of. Nice two-piece from Attach as he is going to stop any score for Optic. So big plays there from Attach. Can he keep it going now? Drone in hand. Has a lead blocker out through Cherry Blossom. Going to wait for now and see what pressure comes in through lobby. Backs one up with a grenade. As the action slows down for just a moment. Karma trying to make plays in from behind.
Attach has to reload. 2 melee is not going to connect with anything. Zuma there, though, to help him out. So the drone is down. Optic will pick it up. They'll try and rotate this one all the way towards that top side, but it's going to be Karma. It's a great play there. He cuts off that mid-map, doesn't allow Faze to cut on through, which now that means they can't actually just cut the drone off on the top side. They have to play from their own goal.
Well, we're watching Enable's POV to see what kind of defense he can make. Gets 1 kill before dropping, but the drone continues moving forward. That's a 1-point score here for Optic Gaming. Drone on reset. You wanted Faze to strike first, show some life. They're not able to do so.
They do have drone in hand, though. See Gunless, he's going to find 2 players here, right outside of lobby. To kill on Karma. Now Attach is going to bring the drone down towards him. Enable has picked one up on the top side. Looks like they could set up a pinch here, so Gunless goes a little bit too fast. Maybe they put a little bit more pressure towards this top side, then Gunless peeks out. You're able to catch one off guard, put it in for 2. But now it's Formal in his own base, picks up a 2-piece. The drone down in an awful spot here for Attach. He is getting pinched. Formal with 1 more. Formal with 4 in a row. So now just slides out with the drone. He's going to be chased though as Gunless picks up 1 and the drone falls out the window, I believe they're saying. The drone stays up top. Maybe they're able to get a score. Is Faze Clan. But Optic just holding strong on defense.
Formal's 4 kills, make sure nothing able to go through, but the drone is still alive, and they're going to dunk it on through. I thought maybe it was stuck for a second because it sat there, pinned for so long, no one able to toss it out.
I think everyone on Optic was scared of going out that backside of the back alley, that 2 players exited through gas, and they just let that drone get picked up in the middle of the street.
I just kept waiting for it to reset. I thought it was stuck.
And now you see Enable. He's working on score streaks. Now he's in the Optic Gaming base. Trinity Rockets earn and bombardment. The drone moving on towards Enable. Attach though, needs to win 1 gunfight here. Smart play there from Crim. He runs in, grabs the drone, throws it out of play.
Well, the streak for Enable ended. Can we check him real quick? What was he able to pick up? 11 and 6, he has got everything. All right, so fully streaked out is Enable. Those could be huge, maybe used offensively down the stretch, defensively if a big push is coming in from Optic Gaming. But he's controlling Cat Statue right now, and he is shooting absolute beams right now. But the pressure comes in from Optic. 2 down now for Faze. 3rd inside the lobby, they finish it. 4th down, chance now to make a play. Crim6 has drone, but he only has Scump to work with. Do they try and use this tandem here to get 1 point on the board? Up over the top, shot away, shot too far.
And that is one of the harder shots to hit. They're going over the top of the building. A lot of times we see it get reset or just miss there a little bit to the right. It's Optic Gaming. They do have Scump inside the Faze base. He will fall. They try to bring the drone down towards him, maybe make a play. That'll get shut down from Faze. Now Faze works their way back towards mid-map. Crim has brought this drone top side. We'll see if they can make a play. Crim with 1. Has to back up though. He gets weak and Faze comes in. Zuma with 2 kills. They cleared out that area of the map.
And this would be a huge win for Faze because again, this is one of Optic Gaming's better mapping modes. They win it more than 80% of the time, 13 and 3. Since Dallas, you expect this to be somewhere they'll close it out, but Faze, you know, after the quick break, maybe they have a chance to chat a little bit, talk about what's been going wrong, because it looks like we have a new Attach, and the rest of the team picking it up. You already have streaks for Enable. Attach looking for more. Streak up to 6, 14 and 7. They call streaks in. This is going to be a dunk with 13 seconds left. 4-1 advantage for Faze, and suddenly some life here in this first half of the uplink.
You see the potential with Faze Clan. They can definitely hang in the respawns. The first one was not close. They lose the S&D 6-0. The first half here, it'll be 4-1 in favor of Faze Clan. But they have to know there's going to be a push from Optic Gaming. They're going to string some kills together. How will Faze answer back?
Well, you think, you know, we've been casting Call of Duty a long time, and
we have.
Is this something where, you know, Optic, they beat them so badly the first 2, maybe they take a foot off the pedal, maybe not intentionally, it just sort of happens subconsciously, you dial it back a little bit, you have that fight back mentality from Faze, and they just start to turn it on and give us a series?
I don't think so. When you have Crim and Karma on that team, and you know the battles they've been through, you know how intense of a guy Formal is, I don't think you're going to see them let up. And oh, that would have been bad if Formal would have been able to take out Zuma there. It still was pretty bad.
He had some help in Karma. He had some help. Nice shots, though, from Formal as his streak is up to 4. 15-11 right now. This is a map and mode where he went 43 and 18, set the record on Wednesday. Just inside a group play. No performance like that right now. It's been all Faze, at least in the first half. Gunless as he picks up drone will be cut down. A couple down for Faze. 3rd pushback in tarps. Crim able to back him up.
But games like this is how Faze was able to really get the best of Optic Gaming a lot through Advanced Warfare, right? I mean, you see Zuma not playing his best. Attach though, 17-11. They're really kind of negating the effect that Scump has. You see Scump sitting at 10 and 13. Although he just picks up a 3-piece in their base and they're getting a 2-point play.
3-piece and the dunk, 1 point game. Zuma trying to clear out the base, but if we think back historically, I know the roster a little bit different for Faze now, but there are a couple famous reverse sweeps that have come from Faze to this Optic Gaming team. I know it's years ago, but they don't happen all that frequently, especially to Optic Gaming. You've got members on this Faze team that have surely experienced it.
Scump not able to pick up the second, so the drone will get reset. The drone was down there by that top side. Saw Enable there for a quick second on your screen. He was just looking over it, tried to get the Scarab out the window to just kind of sit on top of the drone, buy some time for his teammates to get back towards mid-map. So it'll be Scump and Karma with a kill apiece. Talk about Scump, I think he was like 9 and 13, now making his way back up to even, starting to play much better here in the second half. Making 3 kills though for Gunless. And on defense, huge play.
You see the 2 power positions for NV4 there. You saw it from Enable's POV at top window looking out towards Cat Statue. Then you saw it on the other side when you're watching the other push in mid-street. Enable and Gunless don't miss a bullet. Cut down all of Optic Gaming. That was spectacular to halt the push. But now up mid-street, popping the overdrive. Crim6 trying to get in for the dunk. And there it is, 5-4 lead. Optic Gaming, 2.5 to play in our second half. If Faze can't bring it back, this series is done.
If you're Faze, you can't panic. You're only down 1. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Still a ton of time here on the clock. They will have some payload abilities coming up soon. They just need to play around those. See if they have any streaks left as well. I believe I know a few used by Enable. So Gunless earns camo. 2 minutes to go. You need to get something out of this camo. Gunless, one of the best with this ability.
And you're not gonna, you might get a camo for Optic Gaming. It's gonna be close, depending on how Karma's gonna play through this. But a bombardment invested now. Enable able to pick up 1. They want to turn this into points. Gunless leading the way now with the NV4. Can't snap. It's Scump that's ready for him, and Crim6 with 2. The defense holds. All 4 wiped out, and now it's Optic's turn to push the attack.
That was pretty poorly played. They used the bombardment to clear out. They just don't connect with one of the players on that top side, and it allows Optic Gaming to hold on through that bombardment. They don't use the camo, and then they give up a 1-point play. That is a horrible sequence of events there for Faze Clan.
1 more point for Optic would turn this into a 2-possession game. That could be the difference with the time left on the clock. But remember, you have overdrive for Attach. Well, Attach is gone. You have camo for Gunless. He has got to play his life. And he's backed up. That's a great use of the Scarab. He's going to end up dropping. Never mind. He can turn and snap onto Karma. Nice play. But can they get drone into his hands to make a...
Well, ideally, you'd like to get the drone in for a 2 and hold on to this camo. You see they're setting up for this bottom side where maybe they can force it on through, get a 1-point throw, and then play the camo for the 2.
Are they trying to get too fancy here and just need to guarantee the 2 first?
No, I mean, what they're trying to do is they figure they have 2 minutes to work with. And now they're only down to 30 seconds, but you get that 1-point play, then you go back to mid-map and get camo, and you're in a good spot. But now you don't have a chance maybe to even get the drone back.
Exactly, and now Karma's earned his camo. He was lagging behind in that department, but they clear mid-street. He pops the camo, there's the slide. It is a dunk for Optic Gaming, a 4-point lead. We're looking at a 3-0.
As when Faze decides to make that play, you are going all in here on Uplink. You are trying to get the 1-point play, then get back for the camo play.
Optic Gaming are top 3 and into Championship Sunday.
It was not a pretty match in game number 1 and game number 2. Faze put up a much better fight there in game number 3. You can see the idea they're going for there at the end. You flood out 3, you get that 1 kill, you still have control of mid-map, then you use the camo and put it away. You get a lead there towards the end. And to be honest, I don't hate it. I think at Champs, in a situation that they're in, you're down 0-2, you've gotten blown out, try and make a ballsy play there to win the game. Doesn't work out. They'll have another match today here to try and make into Sunday.
Unbelievable stuff from Optic Gaming. They take that series and closer, like you said, in the uplink, but overall, it wasn't pretty. But for Faze fans out there, the good thing is you're not done yet. Double elimination, you still have a chance to fight. But I mean, God, what you saw at Envy, you know, winning last year, and how hot Optic looks right now. Can anyone hang with those two teams? Or is there a battle between them for first?
We haven't seen a ton of them on the main stage today, but Luminosity just got a 3 over United. If LG comes to play tomorrow, I want to see Optic play LG. I think that would be the way to end this game. Have those two just go at it in an absolute bloodbath.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm hearing nothing from our producers, but I do see Scump on the main stage.
We're going to Rich there on the stage.
I'll tell you what, buddy. Take it away.
You're not wrong at all, Chris. We have Scump on the main stage right now. Yeah, give it up for the man. You hear Orlando. You definitely hear him. But first thing we got to talk about. They gave you one map. They start to give you a hard time. How are you guys able to regain?
I mean, the first two maps, it wasn't really like they had a chance, you know, so that's not even me being cocky. That's just we were playing at that level that sometimes we get to, and when we get to that level, it is incredibly hard to beat us. And Breakout Hardpoint was considered one of our worst maps, but Precinct Uplink is usually one of our stronger maps in Link, so just kept doing the same stuff and just picked up a few more kills and strung together a few points.
So yesterday, I had a chance to interview Karma, and he was saying maybe you guys weren't at that level yesterday. A little bit of arguments going on in the comms. Is that just completely gone today?
I think we got all that out with the Splice series. The Splice series was rough. We were yelling at each other, like, what are we doing, stuff like that. I think that was the one series. We always have it, usually during a tournament, where we get over the hump. And when we get over the hump, we just carry that momentum. And, I mean, you just saw it here. We just play out of this world.
Yeah, we've gotten a chance to talk quite a few times throughout the Infinite Warfare series. I feel like in every interview, it was pretty clear in the back of your mind, you were thinking about this tournament. You were thinking about getting that ring. How heavy is that on your conscience today?
It's not on my conscience at all. A lot of people put a lot of pressure on us, you know, to win the ring. We go into every tournament like it's any other tournament. We don't come here and be like, oh, we have to win this. We're going to play our game. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. But we're winning, so I'm happy with the team right now.
I mean, you talk about the fact that you are in the best form right now possible. Is this your tournament?
If we come out and play like that tomorrow, I'm not going to say we're going to win, but it's going to be incredibly hard for Envy to beat us. We've played them before, Season 2 playoffs, 2 series, so it's going to be crazy. Honestly, it's going to be close matches, and it's going to be great.
It is definitely going to be crazy. Let's hear what all the analysts have to say about the matchup. Going to throw it over to you, Ben.
Thank you very much, Rich. A fantastic sweep there for Optic Gaming. We're talking about going into tomorrow feeling confident. A 3-0 over Faze Clan. And I'm going to be honest with you, Mert, those first 2 maps, they just weren't close at all.
That's what we talked about. I told you, I said Splice was their winners round 1. That was their first test. And man, they worked out the kinks. Today play some beautiful Call of Duty maps, number 1 and 2. And really that second half of game 3.
I mean, we'll talk a little bit about that series. It was over pretty quickly, that's for sure. But map number 1, 250 to 82 in favor of Optic Gaming. All the worries we had about their hard point, especially on that map, that was a similar map that we saw them play earlier on, Teep. I mean, they just made it look simple.
When they have problems with their hard point, it's in those, juggernaut boxing matches. This was a one-sided affair, let's be honest. When you're getting outslayed by that much, I was expecting, a couple of the players from Faze to start to turn it around in the midst of this game. It didn't really happen. Optic really just started running away with it. And Scump said it. When they're in this type of form, it doesn't matter if you're playing right or wrong. Everything's dead. It's a respawn timer at that point. Just run on the map where you want to go. Looking at Crim stats right there. Wow. Absolutely insane. Over 2 minutes in the hill. 2.5 KD. And I like to attribute that juggernaut style of play. I think only Optic and LG can really replicate that style.
And Teep has been a man of his word. He has said that the teams that pull out 1 to 2 ERADs by the end of the year, they are going to destroy on maps. And you saw it here at Breakout. You're seeing it more on Precinct. Uplink, the tempo that you can play out when you pull out multiple ERADs, it's ridiculous to see. And that's really Crim right there. Crim and Scump just dominated that map.
I think you look at Optic now and you look at them as potentially, a grand finalist, which is very realistic now. And which player is standing out right now? Crim for me was, lights out yesterday. Today we're seeing Formal and Scum But Karma, you know, as we're going to see it as well, every single person is playing fantastic, and this is where Optic are at their best. The one thing I will say about this hard point, like Scum said, it was like Faze didn't have a chance, and you don't say that often. You don't, and respect to Faze, they're a fantastic team, they're here for a reason.
Right.
But Optic just made them look amateur.
Well, when you talk about players who can beat Optic Gaming, 2 of them are on Faze. They've done it before. Gunless earlier this year on a United, Attach in the past. Neither of them really stepped up in games 1 or 2. The talent is there on Faze, but the teamwork just seems off. Man, I mean, as you guys said, I don't think Faze had any chance at all.
I mean, if you didn't think they had a chance in map 1, well, they had absolutely 0 chance in map 2. It was over as quick as it begun, 6-0 Optic Gaming. And if there was one thing I learned from this team, this map that is, Karma wants a 3rd ring.
You think so?
Yeah, it looks that way, team. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I guess I would too. No, but my point, there's a couple of players that can turn into this other mode when it comes to search and destroy, and they're both on this team. And both players I played with in the past, it's Crim and Karma, and they just have this switch, and all of a sudden they say, I'm going to play this map absolutely perfect. Looking at this map, this reminds me of that Karma game on Scorch back at Dallas, where I think he went 10-0, maybe 11-0, and the map just looks so easy. He's smoking himself out to watch his cross out the middle. Every single thing he's doing it's like he's thinking 2 steps ahead. And this Karma is the unbeatable Karma. This Karma might be the 3 rings Karma. When they're on all cylinders like this, it's just easy.
He drops to 10.0. That's definitely going to help the S&D leaderboards in terms of KD, that's for sure. Well, I see him up top when we head into Championship Sunday, but you can't stop that. And for FaZe, they didn't have any idea of what to do.
No, I mean, that's really all there is to say. Optic just purely outperformed them. I mean, we've been saying it the past few months, this is the best search and destroy team in the world, and we're showing you why. When you have players like Karma who are able to do that, Formal didn't really even have to do much. Then you have guys like Crim6 and Scum who can just take over maps. It's going to be so hard to beat Optic in games 2 and 5.
Then, of course, we head over to map number 3, the uplink. And it was a little closer. Obviously, credit where credit is due. FaZe stepped up, but towards the end, it just felt as if they never really had an opportune moment to use that camo moment.
No, I feel like they did. I
feel like they did?
Yeah, I think Gunless should have stayed alive, and he just decided to push up.
Yeah, I agree. I think the one thing Gunless, I think he was, you know, a lot of people were saying, like, why only passing it to Gunless? But I think Gunless was almost pushing too far. He needed to stay back a little bit more, you know, almost let his team, you know, pick up that drone, make 1 kill. Then it's like, yo, give me that ball right now. I'm going to get this. We've got the numerical advantage. But he was pushing it. He was trying to make that entry kill. And I think 2 or 3 times he was trying for that entry kill, and he died. And then the rest of the team were like, oh, well, we've got to wait for you to respawn now because our 1 play is in you, and you're our camo player. Mistakes were made, and Optic, they turned it around. I mean, that says everything to me. Faze and Attach in particular on the first side really showed up, and I was thinking we could have a series on our hands here, Ben.
Zuma finishes with a .54, definitely not good enough in terms of slaying, but that second half, 7-0. I mean, FaZe went into the half, obviously up 4-1 Teep, and I mean, I guess they just kind of collapsed a little bit.
It's a vintage Crim6 overdrive dunk. How many times have we seen it on Uplink specifically throughout this year? And it seems like on Precinct. Look at Crim's stats right here, 1.62. Wow. He might be making a case for MVP. Who do you even pick for MVP on this team at this point? Karma has a 10-0 game. Crim's putting up stats like this. Scump and Formal, well, we've said enough about them. Wow, I wasn't expecting this for our winter semi. It looks quite easy.
Definitely wasn't either. Optic Gaming now booked their ticket to the winners bracket final. They are confirmed and guaranteed top 3. Awaiting them tomorrow is going to be Team Envious, and that, the Classico winners bracket final.
Chase for 3 rings, baby. J-Cap versus Karma.
That's going to be a good one. That is going to be good. Of course, whilst that game was going on, though, there was another game going on the Bravo station. It was a losers bracket match. We saw E United fall into the